quick video just to show how you'd go about making a video, then creating a reordering task for students to use. And I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible, internet willing. Just for the record, by the way, this is the My Project screen, and these different icons are different videos that I have made. But we want to make a new video for now. You could always go back and reorder, but pressing this yellow button with the plus will create a new video. So you go to Video, and here's where we usually get stuck. Okay, give it a title. Sure. Trial video. Why not? You'll see these different templates, but it's not necessary to use them. You can, but you don't need to. I'm going to go to start from scratch. And yeah, knock on wood, my internet's pretty slow, but hopefully this won't take too long. The computer's just thinking. And from there we'll go to the screen where you make the video. Great. That was fast. Okay, so this is the default, which is just kind of a white screen. Over here on the bar, you can choose the different themes. It really doesn't matter. It's just a question of taste. I'll go with geometric because why not? And the computer sort of sets that up. Now, to make a story, you do this with slides. You start out with just one slide, and you can record audio. So here we go. I've clicked on the button, and I'm recording audio. And then I can play it back here. Here we go. I've clicked on the button, and I'm recording audio. You'll notice also that there's music playing in the background for that. You can have music. This is if you go up here to music, you can toggle between different music options. But to be honest, it's a little bit distracting, so I'm just going to turn it off. All right. Oh, another thing to notice is layout. Up to you. You can change different layouts and play around with that, but for this task it doesn't matter so much. Anyway, I'm going to make my story incredibly short and, to be honest, not very interesting, but I'll just record it in 3 slides. So slide 1 is right here. Last night I went to a party. Okay, I'll play it back to check that it works. Last night I went to a party. Great. It was really fun, and I made some new friends. And I'll check that that worked. Generally, if you see this squiggly line, it means that there's audio. It was really fun, and I made some new friends. And if you want to, you can always re-record. So I'll re-record just to show that it's possible. It was really fun, and I caught up with some old friends. And just like that, the audio's changed. It was really fun, and I caught up with some old friends. And I'll make one final slide. So, I'm really glad that I went. So, I'm really glad that I went. Alright, and now if you come down here, if you look at the bottom, there's like a bar with all the slides. And if you press this play button, you can see them all put together in sequence. Last night I went to a party. It was really fun, and I caught up with some old friends. So, I'm really glad that I went. The end. Not a great story, but it doesn't really matter. So, here's what the important part here is that we turn this into a task. So this software is really designed for presentations, which would be delivered straight to a group of people. This is a little bit of a rejigger of the software. So when I played that through, there was nothing to see on the screen. We need to make it obvious to students that this audio has different parts, and for that I recommend you can use text, but if you put your mouse into the center, you have icon, photo, and text. You need something to distinguish each slide. So I like icons, and I personally think it's good to have a very simple symbol. Something that students could copy down on a piece of paper, such as a triangle. So you type in triangle under find an icon. Yep, and you get your choice of lots of triangles. I don't really care which one, so I'll just do this. I've clicked on this one, and right, the internet's suddenly slow. Murphy's Law. But okay. There's my triangle. I guess because I chose the geometric option. The design's a little bit complicated, but different layouts will have simpler forms. Let's switch to a different themes, excuse me. I'm going to switch to Dayglow because I think it'll be simpler. Yep, that's easier. Same content. Last night I went to a party. Okay. Anyway, for the next slide, I'd like a different icon, but again, something that students could write down on a piece of paper. So I'll just do circle. We'll search for circle icons. Yep, there we go. And the final one, really again, does not matter, but we need a different shape. So I'll say 3 lines. There we go. So now, when you watch the movie, you can see that each extract is linked to one image. Last night I went to a party. It was really fun, and I caught up with some old friends. So I'm really glad that I went. All right. And that's about that. I suppose you could just play that for your students if you wanted to just make a video with audio. You could use that as an option. This is a reordering task, though. So part of the challenge that I wanted to design in is to put the story out of order. So all you've got to do, you can just click on a slide and pull it around. So like this. Doesn't matter how you do it. But I've moved the slides around a bit. And now if we watch the story, it's quite out of order. So I'm really glad that I went. Last night I went to a party. It was really fun, and I caught up with some old friends. All right, you could stop here. You could just play the video to your class, and they could make the shapes on a piece of paper and put those shapes in order. This they can do with partners, and that would be fine. Could replay it. But what I think is, if you have like a computer lab, for example, what I think is a more engaging way to do it, and one that lets everybody get more personalized feedback, is if you create an account and you give, it's like a generic account, and you give all the students the username and the password. And that way they can work, if you have a computer lab, they can work individually or they can work in pairs, and they can order that, and they can play it as many times as they want until they're satisfied that they've got the story in a working order. And that's about it. It's as simple as that. Students get this weird story. They can listen to individual sides. So I'm really glad that I went. And they'll say, oh, well, that's definitely not the first slide. So they might move it to the middle. They might move it to the end, and they'll try listening again. Last night I went to a party. It was really fun, and I caught up with some old friends. So I'm really glad that I went. And the students will talk together. Does that story make sense? Does that work as a story? And that, of course, does work as a story. So when they're finally done, you can either play, you can make a copy of the video where it's in order, or you can just tell them the shapes. They put the shapes in order, and they listen to the final video.